Matt O'Reilly snubbing interested parties in favour of a Celtic. Johnny Kenny identifies the Celtic star who's been like a father figure to him. And Celtic are keeping tabs on Mehdi Ghayedi. Hold on a minute, I got slated for saying we weren't done in the transfer market. Now we're going to get a player. Some of you make me laugh. Anyhow, as they say. O'Reilly had an interest in him from Swansea and Blackburn. However, a lengthy chat with the Hoops boss about his plans for the future is said to have swayed the Englishman towards a move to Parkhead. Celtic are close to sealing a £1.5 million deal for the midfielder. O'Reilly is said to be heading to Scotland for a medical. The potential deal comes a week after Celtic lost out on Riley McGree to Middlesbrough in a disappointing saga. If O'Reilly signs, he'll be the 5th January signing made by Postecoglou. Daizen Maeda, Rio Hatate, Yosuke Ideguchi, and Johnny Kenny have all come in the door this year. So it appears as though O'Reilly is just about in the door. Granted, we heard the same when it came to McGree last week. That didn't come to fruition in what was a reminder that a deal isn't done until the announcement becomes official. What does appear to be clear, however, is the idea that Angie is still in the market for one more midfielder. That's a touch surprising considering the strength we already have in the middle of the park. Hatate and Ideguchi also add to that with their January arrivals. The game time on offer to O'Reilly will be interesting, especially when you take that strength in depth into consideration. Only Angie will know the plans he has in store for him, but this certainly looks like a direct replacement for the failure to nab McGree. It also remains to be seen if this is the final act of Celtic's transfer work. It did look as though Postecoglou was satisfied with his work last week, but the O'Reilly news is certainly coming out of the blue. Right now, Johnny Kenny has hailed the impact of Celtic defender Liam Scales after signing for the club. Kenny, who was brought in from Sligo Rovers during the January transfer window, says he's settled in fine at Celtic Park. That's largely down to former Irishman Scales, himself an arrival from the League of Ireland in 21-22. Scales has impressed in a handful of opportunities for Celtic, and Kenny described him as something of a father figure, despite being just 5 years Kenny's senior. Kenny also credited James McCarthy with helping him settle in, and he claims to now know the ins and outs of Glasgow, having moved over from Sligo. Kenny said, "I was talking to Scalesy a good bit, to be fair, before signing. Since I came, Scales has been like a father figure to me. Anything I've needed, I've just asked Scalesley and he'll do it. He's been unbelievable to me, to be fair to him. I can't thank him enough. You can see how well he's done since he came here in the summer. He loves it here. Can't speak highly enough of the club. And he's shown me the ins and outs of the city, the training ground. He helped me settle in very well. James McCarthy is there as well, he's been very helpful, too." Celtic are keeping tabs on Mehdi Ghayedi after Shabab Al-Ahli set their asking price for the striker. Ghayedi, who can play as a left winger or second striker, only joined the UAE Pro League club on a 5-year deal in August 2021. But reports in Iran suggest that Ange Postecoglou and the Parkhead scouts were keeping tabs on the striker, despite his agent claiming he was reluctant to leave the club. The Irna news agency claimed that Celtic remain interested in the striker and have been in constant contact. A £3.5 million price tag put on the attacker if he is to leave the club Middle East this month. And on that note, have a fecking great day, Celtic fans. Much love to you all that give this a thumbs up and comment.
Lit. Roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to the party, roll up to